I don't endorse doing prostitution as a lady to get your first 1 million. I don't endorse collecting money from men. Yes, I said it with my full chest. I do not endorse it. Like, girl, I'm rooting for you. What if your first million was given to you by a man? You do not inspire me. Any money made doing illegal things like Yahoo Yahoo and all of those bad stuff, fraud and all those things. No, you never inspire me. People who inspire me are people who work hard for their money. Today I'll be talking about how I made my first million naira, guys. Of course, I've made more than that, and I will not be saying how much I've made as a writer, but of course, I've made more than that. So, but today our focus is on how I made my first 1 million naira. Before then, I've made more than a million. This is like a two-way part, and I really want to talk about when like I got a whole 1 million naira in my account, like 1 million naira entered my account, and I was like, Lord, is this me? Let me give you like a live update, what has been going on with me. And before I start, please ensure you like, ensure you subscribe, ensure you subscribe because I have more stuff coming in, like more content. I'm just like in a content role now. So I just want to start creating ahead. So very important. So ensure you subscribe. I have one video coming in, and by the time you'll be seeing this video, that video should be out. That's how I lost $1,600 to people. That video would already be out. So in case you've not seen it, go watch it. Go watch it. Continuing my live updates. Yeah. I'm filming this video on 28th of June 2023, and it's a holiday here in Nigeria. It's a Muslim holiday. 2 days ago, 26th, was my birthday. I had fun. I had my friends over, and then I went to the cinema. At cinema, I watched Transformers: Rise of the Beast because I didn't want to go to a very far cinema. And the cinema in my area, they did not have Little Mermaid that I would have loved to watch, and they did not have like other very interesting movies that would have attracted me. So the other movies they had were Nollywood, and I was not really in the Nollywood, you know, moment. So I watched Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, and I enjoyed it, guys. Even though I slept like through half of it, I still enjoyed it. And I'm not even kidding. Like, whenever I tell people I slept through half of it, but I still enjoyed it, I don't know. Like my friend that was with me was narrating some of the things I missed while I was sleeping, or while I was editing my Instagram video for my birthday while I was watching. And then I think I watched like the important parts, especially the last part. I watched the beginning part, the middle part, and the last part. Especially the last part was really interesting, and it was really emotional. Like I was like, oh my god, wow! Like that part. If you watched it, that part where they helped each other when the I think the magnetic evil boss was taking all the robots with him. The part where they came to help him. So I don't want to spoil it for you, but when you watch. So I really enjoyed my birthday. And then after, I and my friends, we went for a drive, We went for a drive. Went for a drive, and we just cruised around our area, and then we came back home and we ate and we slept. We slept. That kind of sleep that nobody even shook. We slept. We woke up in the morning and I didn't realize, wow, it's morning. Yeah, so I had fun. I enjoyed myself. I think that was basically how my birthday was. And I ate. I got myself ice cream. What else did I do? Yeah, I think those were the highlights. I would usually do something really big for my birthday, but this time around I was just with loved ones, and I was receiving so much love from my Instagram, my WhatsApp, my family, my friends. I was like, perfect birthday. Yeah. So I think that's the live update that I wanted to give, especially about my birthday. Yeah. I didn't remember to post on YouTube, but I think by the time I'll be uploading this, I should have posted at least my birthday outfit video on YouTube. So in case you see it, great. So moving on to how I made my first million as a writer. Yes. So I made my first million as a writer, guys. Like writing gave me my first million, my second million. I'm like, yeah, so writing gave me that. And if you've watched like my video, I've done a lot of videos on what I do. Maybe not mainly on writing, but mainly on my sources of income. When I got my apartment, I did a video on how I was able to afford my apartment, and I also did a video on my eight eight sources of income. So there is so much videos to watch if you'd like to know more about it. But anyway, so this particular million, I think when the money came, it was 1,160,000 naira. It was made through writing for an international client. So what I did for the client was copywriting. I would write landing pages, service pages, and blog posts for e-commerce brands. So this is like to give you the gist that it's not just only about knowing how to write. It's not just only about being a writer. Like I said in my former videos, I started as a story writer. I just started as somebody who liked to write in our journals. And before I knew it, I started reading articles. I started getting like opportunities to develop myself. And here I am today. And I now realized again that it's not just about writing blog posts and writing articles now. Now you need to write something that would make money for people. So that is this e-commerce B2B writing. I don't know if you know about it. So, and that is what is actually like, you know, making more money now, all this tech writing, everything, B2B writing and all. So I've really like put in so much work into it, and thank God for the opportunities that I've been able to receive. So what B2B writing is all about, or e-commerce writing, or even product review writing is all about is that the client would maybe the client is involved in real estate and they need more customers to like work with them, whether they need customers to buy lands from them or they need customers to hire them as agents for their land. So what you do is you'd write a copy or content that would help, that would convince, persuade, that would compel the customer to want to work with them. So it could be anything. And I remember then that I worked with diverse, like I worked in diverse industries. Just for one particular client, it was an agency, an international agency, and this I wrote B2B content and e-commerce content for real estate industries, for landscaping industry. Oof, I love writing about landscaping. For landscaping industries, I wrote for the gardening industries. I wrote for the medical industry. Yeah, I wrote for health and wellness industry. I wrote for the lifestyle industry. I wrote for beauty and fashion brands. Oh my god, I love writing for beauty and fashion brands. Like in the course of all this, do you know the most fun part about my job is that I get to learn new things, especially when I was writing about medical stuff. Like I learned a lot of things. That there was a time I was having a conversation with my friend and I was telling her, oh, the way you are feeling, I've written about this before. This was what happened. In fact, a lot of the things I've written about, sometimes I use it in real life situations. I just tell my friend, maybe when we're having a conversation, that, oh, I actually know about this thing because I've written about it before. So like it's so fun doing the work I do, right? Remember when I wrote the medical content, I wrote about infertility in women, like what causes infertility in women, what they can do. I also wrote about health and wellness. Like there's this company abroad in the United States that what they do is that when you are not feeling too well, or when you are depressed, or when you are going through anything at all, what they'll do is that they would use like some form of therapy or some form of psychological, like they would ask you, they call it the three-way plan or something. So they ask you three questions and they would use it to cure you. Crazy, right? So like I learned a lot of important things on the job, and I did that for, yeah. And the duration, the 1 million, I think it was in the course of a month. A month or 2 months. I don't think, if it was 2 months, then maybe a month and a half. So it was in that very little frame of time that I earned that money. And actually, it does not happen often. So Don't be too excited. Don't say you want to go and become a writer immediately. It does not happen often. It happened that time that the agency had a lot of work at the time and I was available, so I was just collecting work, and I was able to make that amount of money at a very short period of time. But of course, please don't be dissuaded. You can actually make that money is small for writers. Like, I know if you work full time, or if you're a writer or a freelance writer that earns $25 per hour, $30 per hour, which is like one of the barest minimum to earn in the United States. You can earn 1,000. If you are working a 40-hour work week, you can earn 1,000 plus in a month, and 1,000 plus is like almost 2 million right now with our exchange rate. At the time that I did the job, the exchange rate was even lower. So imagine the exchange rate now, if you're earning about 1,000 plus. So it is possible. So if you are contemplating being a writer, there are so many perks to it, especially if you are contemplating being a freelance. And let me tell you another like gist or another tip. Another important tip is that even when like you really want to be, even when you want to go into freelancing and you say you really like it, great, right? But if you can get a full-time international job, kai, you would even love it, especially if there are those full-time international jobs that they are willing to work with Nigerians. You'd love yourself for it, because the pay is really really nice. You can never earn that amount of money in Nigeria as a writer. I say it to my full chest because I know the pay is really nice, and they would also give you like a lot of facilities. Like, they could give you a laptop, they could set up your workspace for you. So depending, on the opportunities you get. So being a writer is a gold mine if you utilize it well. And I also like to tell you that your first million might not come from writing like me. It might come from anything else. Your first million can come from even doing a blue collar job, like maybe building house for people, like being a plumber. Like, if you can brand yourself well, like there are so many things that you can put your skills into that you can do, that you make even more than a million in the space of a month, in the space of 6 months. And also, it does not matter what the duration is, or it does not even matter when you make your first million, right? It could be anytime, it could be whenever, like it could be whatever. The point is that the point is that you are doing well for yourself. The point is that you are feeling fulfilled and accomplished, right? I hope we're on the same page on that. The way I felt when I got the alert, I didn't feel as excited as I thought I would be. I really want to put that down. Like, just know, I was not as excited. Like, I was not like, oh, mommy, oh my god, yeah. So I felt good though. Like, I had to screenshot it. Like, 1 million naira in my account. Wow. I've never gotten a solid like 1 million naira drop in my account like that. So I had to screenshot So I had to screenshot it, like, damn, this is a legacy. This is gonna be with me for a while now. So yeah. So that was what happened. I was actually happy. I was happy. I was really happy. I was really happy. Especially because of how long it took for the money to get to me. If you've watched my previous video about how PayPal seized my money, then you'll be able to understand that. So I was really happy, and I was like, wow, my sweat, my blood, because I worked really hard for that money, and I'll not even lie. Like, I worked really hard, sleepless nights, days that I would not sleep overnight just because I wanted to complete the client's work and all, research that, like, I had to read, maybe I want to write an 800 word post. I had to read a lot of articles just to understand. Before I write, one thing I do is I always ensure to read about it. So, because most of the things I read about, I've never heard about them before. I don't even know what they are. An example is, there was a time I wrote about letrozole and femara. So if you're a medical person, you'd understand. So I wrote about letrozole and femara, and I've never ever heard about letrozole and femara in my life. So I had to research. I had to read and read about letrozole and femara, and it was like a medical drug to treat infertility, or they were medical drugs to treat fertility, or maybe just one drug. So I read about it, and I wrote about it, and it came out really, really great. It came out really great, but it was not easy, guys. So I put a lot of work into what I do, and then at the end of it all, I got the payment. So when I got the payment, I felt relieved that yes, my work was not in vain. Yeah, so I think that's that about how I felt. Also, one thing again to know is that humans are insatiable. If your goal is that I must make 1 million naira, dear, 1 million naira is small money. 1 million naira is small money. I'm telling you in my full chest, especially not in the way our country is. Like if you live in Nigeria, and I even think it's like everywhere. But 1 million naira is like I don't know the current exchange rate, but 1 million naira is like 1,005, 1,006 or less in the abroad. So just imagine how puny and how little it is there. So 1 million naira is not a lot of money there. And one thing is that when you make your first 1 million naira, you want to make your next 1 million, your next. You want to keep going. And let me tell you again, another thing that you should know is that when you make your first 1 million naira, you realize nothing is impossible in this world. When you make your first 1 million naira, you realize you can make your next 10 million naira, you can make your next 20 million naira, you can make your next 30 million naira. You realize that there is no impossibility. If you want to do something, you can do it. And you also realize that money is just money. The moment you start removing, like, oh, I want to buy this, you remove 100 naira, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, the money has finished. So it's not really that big of a deal. It's good money, but it's not that big of a deal. You can actually make more. So the next time I'm going to talk about something like this, when I make my first 10 million naira or when I make my first 100 million naira, I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna talk to you guys about it. So thank you so much for staying with me. Please ensure you like, ensure you subscribe, ensure you leave a comment. Like, is there anything you want to ask me? Maybe there's something that you're like, okay, there's something she didn't talk about. Tell us, go ahead, ask me. I'm here. I want to hear you. Yeah. I really like hearing people's opinion on my videos and on the things I say. So please let me hear from you. Please ensure you subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe so I can start earning money from YouTube. Oh, hey, let me start earning money from YouTube. So please subscribe. Yeah. And just share to your friends. Maybe a friend of yours, I'm saying, I want to earn my first 1 million. Yeah, send it to them and let them know that it's beautiful, but it's not all that. There is so much more. There's so much more. There is so much more to get in it. There is the work you have to put in. There is, the excitement that might not come when you actually get it. It might not come. And then there is the good parts where you actually see, wow, this is the result of my hard work. Yeah. Because me, I don't endorse doing prostitution as a lady to get your first 1 million. I don't endorse collecting money from men. Yes, I said it with my full chest. I do not endorse it. Like, girl, I'm rooting for you. What if your first million was given to you by a man? You do not inspire me. Yes, these are some of the things that I will say with my full chest. If your first 1 million was given to you by a man, you do not inspire me. It's great, I'm happy for you, but you do not inspire me. So, you know what I'm going to tell you? I'm going to tell you, great, keep it, then go and work. When you work and come back and you show me your first 1 million, I'm gonna be proud of you, girl. So, yeah. And any money made doing illegal things like Yahoo Yahoo and all of those bad stuff, fraud, and all those things. No, you never inspire me. And there is something that I would like you to know. There's something the Bible says that ill-gotten wealth does not last. Ill-gotten wealth does not last. This has been a driving force from ever since I heard it when I was in the university. That when you make money from doing bad things, yes, you'd enjoy it. It's money, right? But it will not last. And I've seen proofs in the lives of people that I know that have gotten into things like that. So if you get your money through ill means, you do not inspire me. People who inspire me are people who work hard for their money, are people who sweats for their money. Yes, they are the ones who inspire me. People who are intelligent, who learned their skills, who were resilient. Maybe you applied for a job 100 times, you got a well-paying job at the number 101 time. Yes, you inspire me. So I'm rooting for you. Please ensure you subscribe to see more videos like this. I love you. Bye.